Whenever you're telling your most exciting story, the one that's going to last, not just next week, but the one you'll tell in a year, and people might tell about you much later after that, or the ones that are life-changing. Those are the stories that often follow this architecture where you've got this placid, wonderful beginning of introductions. It goes into this period of turmoil, of conflict or dark times, and things that often you wonder, how in the world are we going to get through to the other side of this? We can't see the other side of this. But then later in the story comes some kind of insight, some resolution of some sort. And then a plan gets made. And then there's this conclusion that is the victory. It's this perhaps vindication, but it's a great moment. And it's the stories that we share, and we've shared throughout our history, because they tell our lessons to those who follow us, but it's how we connect with each other. It's how we understand how each other feels, how we work. And it's wonderful for a family like this. We're in this story, we're in the middle of it right now. And sometimes when you're in the middle of that story, there's not clearly delineated segments between those pieces of architecture. You don't get the luxury of hearing or reading it knowing that there's a conclusion. We're in the middle. Our leadership is planning, how are we going to go into this next epic part of this journey? How are we going to go into 2021? What are we going to do to be God's hands and feet for this community of church, but this community outside, across the street, all those places that we've been supporting here in DC, the places we've been supporting overseas. And this is probably the most important time for us to be doing this in our lives, because this is our moment. In this difficult time, we are needed now more than we've ever been needed. I'd like to invite everyone to join us in making that pledge, to think about how each one of us can be a part of energizing this ministry for the coming year. Members and many friends of the church will be receiving a package in the mail. It will have a pledge card in there. Feel free to fill it out and return it by mail, or you can even scan it and send it into the church office. Or you can even go onto your computer or iPhone, go to the church's website, go to Giving, and click on 2021 Pledge. Shouldn't take you more than a couple of minutes, and then you've got your pledge for Georgetown. And that way, we are set on course to have a fantastic middle of our story. And when we get to the end, we can all look back and feel like we did the very best we could to get to this place we will be. And hopefully when we read those words, "Well done, my good and faithful servant," we'll each feel a little bit of warmth and connect with that.